What's up, guys? It's Most of the Best, and here we are at the end of another year, the end of 2025. And this year, like with previous years, except for last year, I am going to be playing a video game to commemorate the end of the year, and the video game that I'm going to be playing is Sonic Adventure 2. And the game plan for today is for me to play 6 levels of Sonic Adventure 2 from each of the 3 playstyles of Sonic Adventure 2. So Sonic Adventure 2 is divided into 3 playstyles. That is the speed levels, the mech levels, and the treasure hunting levels. And I'm going to be playing I'm going to be playing 2 from each. And the level that we're going to be starting with is City Escape, one of the most iconic levels in Sonic in general. Perhaps one of the most iconic video game levels in general. Yeah, City Escape is awesome. I have nothing bad to say about City Escape. And that's going to be the one that we start with. I am going to be trying to get all the A ranks, but, you know, sometimes things don't go as you plan. So, for example, I just missed that trick ramp. So, unfortunately, you know, I might not be able to get the A ranks as easily as I want to. But I'm going to try. So yeah, Sonic Adventure 2. This game came out in 2001 for the Sega Dreamcast. It was the last Sonic game. It's the last Sega game, I believe, that was officially released for the Dreamcast. This game is kind of polarizing these days because it is one of the most popular Sonic games in general, but a lot of people also kind of don't like it very much. There's a lot of different opinions about Sonic Adventure 2. If you are at all involved in the Sonic community, you probably know this. My opinion on Sonic Adventure 2 is that I think that the game is really good. I do really enjoy Sonic Adventure 2. And when I say I enjoy Sonic Adventure 2, I don't mean that I just enjoy, like, the speed stages. I enjoy all of the playstyles in Sonic Adventure 2. You know, I think that Sonic Adventure 2 is a good game. Like, I think it's, I think it's really fun. You know, it's really fun. There's a lot of variety in this game, which is something that I really like about it. You know, it's just a great time. So yeah, you know, that's my thoughts on this game. And now let's just, you know, keep going through the levels. I'm sorry if my commentary won't be the most polished out there because, like, as I stand, like, I am, like, literally hours away from the new year, right? So I don't really have a lot of time to record this or edit this. But I'm still gonna try. Man, can you believe that? Like, I promise, when I'm doing City Escape, I'm usually a lot better than I am here. It's because I'm recording. That's the reason why I'm not doing so good. Unfortunately, I did not get a point bonus because in Sonic Adventure 2, in various levels, you can get point bonuses for various things, and points are what give you an A rank. If you get enough points, then you get an A rank. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get much of a point bonus, so I feel like I might not get an A rank. Oh man, like I've been trying to record City Escape because I've had numerous attempts at you know, trying to record Sonic Adventure 2 today. Like I've been trying to record City Escape. And none of the times that I've recorded this level, I've gotten an A rank, and none of these times that I recorded this level, I've gotten an A rank. Like 17,000 points, that's a B rank. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, that was City Escape, and the next level that we're going to play is Skyrail. So there are 6 playable characters in Sonic Adventure 2. 6 playable characters, 3 playstyles, 2 for each. two playable characters. Like each playable character, of course, is in one of the three playstyles. And Shadow is the other playstyle. Excuse me, is the other character in the speed playstyle. And this is Skyrail, which is a rail grinding level. Rail grinding in SA2. SA2 is the first Sonic game to introduce rail grinding. Come on, like what was that? Like, I'm serious. Like, I played this level 1,000 times, and that never happens. I never homing attack on that beetle. Like, what happened there? Well, whatever. Sonic Adventure 2 was the first, as I was saying, Sonic Adventure 2 was the first Sonic game to introduce... See, it's the recording. It's recording. This is the curse. I'm cursed right now. As I was saying, once again, this is the first game to introduce rail grinding. And unlike the more recent Sonic games, Sonic Adventure 2 is not very... It doesn't... Rail grinding in Sonic Adventure 2 is a lot more manual. And when I say that, I mean that because rail grinding in Sonic games these days is usually pretty automated, right? Like, you don't really control your speed very much on the rails, nor do you control very much if you stay on the rails. Whereas in Sonic Adventure 2, certain actions that you do allow you to go faster or slower on the rails. And rail switching, like, there is a rail switching mechanic, but in certain situations, the rail switching mechanic doesn't really, won't really work very well, because you might be going too fast, or you might be turning a curve, or so on and so forth. That's an A rank. So rail grinding is kind of like unique in like early Sonic games, like Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Heroes. I haven't played much of Sonic Heroes, but I do know that the rail grinding is more like Sonic Adventure 2. And yeah, so anyway, that was Skyrail. And Skyrail is a great level. Like, I do love Skyrail. It's a very short level, but it's still very enjoyable. And the next, since that's the speed playstyle, the next playstyle we're going to be doing is the treasure hunt, the mech playstyle. And the stage that we're going to be doing for the mech playstyle is Tails, and the stage that I'm going to play is Eternal Engine. So let's get to it. Once again, I'm sorry if my commentary is unpolished, because I don't think that I am being the most entertaining right now, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, which is a weird thing to say, because of course nobody was begging for me to upload a video in the first place, but whatever. Anyway, so the mech playstyle is one of those is one of the three playstyles in Sonic Adventure 2. And this might be, well, if you watch videos on Sonic Adventure 2, you get varying opinions on whether the mech playstyle or the treasure hunting playstyle is least popular. Cuz the mech playstyle is you do get people who dislike the mech playstyle, but you also get people who dislike the treasure hunting playstyle more. And you get people like me who like all of them. But the mech playstyle basically revolves... It's basically like an arcadey type of shooter. Like, the main focus on things in the mech playstyle is going through the level, trying to lock on to as many things as possible. Oh, man. Anyway, the main gist of the mech playstyle is trying to lock on to as many things as possible. You know, and avoiding enemies. So the mech the mech levels are less focused on like doing tricks like the speed levels are, and they're also less focused on like speed in general. Which isn't to say that like the mech levels are slow, because Sonic Adventure 2's levels are generally like less than 5 minutes long, including Eternal Engine. But it's just a different focus. That does contribute to Sonic to this game being as polarizing as it is. If I were to give an opinion on Eternal Engine specifically, like, I do like this level. The only problem that I have with this level is that it is the enemy placement, and this is a problem with the mech in general, because the mech stages in SA2, quite frankly, are very have very cheap enemy placement. Like, for example, right there. Okay, that was my fault. I'm not going to blame the game for that. Oh. You know, I wanted to restart. I really did want to restart, but like, seriously, if I was not recording right now, I would have restarted that level. But you can't always have it your way, right? Unfortunately, the fact that I just died there means that there is no way, I have no chance of ever getting an A rank now. Actually, you know what? I am going to restart this level because I feel really bad about that. But I am not going to make you sit through all of that again. Don't worry. But I'll see you back at this exact spot, or close to it. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I'm not back at that spot yet, but I just want to point out that this enemy is super annoying. This enemy is called Artificial Chaos, and this is one of the most annoying enemies in any Sonic game. Seriously. Anyway, once again, I'll see you at the spot where I died last. Okay guys, here we are at that spot where I died. This time with a much better run. God forbid I die again, because that would be really unfortunate. Yeah, one of the gimmicks in Eternal Engine is that parts of the stage can kind of fall out under you. Like, if you're not careful about what you're shooting, you can basically like take away certain parts of the level. And you could see that be back there with those platforms kind of disappearing. Also with these things, like if you shoot those, you are off in the outer space. You know, the thing I like about Eternal Engine is that there's kind of like a risk-reward, you know, aspect to it. Yeah, you know, there's a risk-reward aspect of to Eternal Engine. Because if you shoot the things that... Because if you shoot those things, you know, it's going to be easier to die. Like there, you know, if you shoot those things, it's going to be easier to die, but they also give you more points if you shoot them. And once again, I am going to restart the level. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry guys, I really do apologize for continually restarting the game. Like, I know it's unprofessional, like I know I shouldn't do this. I know I shouldn't do that, but I really do want this game to look good. Like, I want to give a good presentation of this game, and I also don't want... I don't want I want to get an A rank, you know? I don't want my footage to suck. And the issue is, like, you know, Eternal Engine is really, like, Eternal Engine is really like the stage where that can happen, you know, most often, or at least out of the stages that I've chosen. Ouch. You know, even though most of the time I play this level, like I don't really have a problem. Even though most of the time I play this level, I don't really have a problem. You know, because I'm recording, you know, things can go wrong. And I want to give a fair presentation of the game, and I want my footage to look good. Anyway, that's an A rank. It's an ego thing, I know, but it is what it is. Anyway, the next level we're going to play is Weapons Bed, an Eggman level. Sonic Adventure 2 is the first game where we can play as Eggman, and Eggman is one of the core characters. It's the first game where you can play as Eggman, and it might be the only game where you can play as Eggman, because I honestly can't really think about another Sonic game where we can do that. I'm sure that there is one, it just doesn't come to mind right now. Like I said before, the mech levels kind of have not really great enemy placement, and Weapons Bed is kind of one of the worst defenders. Like, Eternal Engine, the game that I just played, is the worst defender, and Weapons Bed, it might be the second or third worst defender in terms of enemy placement. Weapons Bed does not have great enemy placement, but it is a very good stage, and it's one of the best mech stages in the game, actually. Like, I really like this level. Okay. Well, it is what it is. I'm just going to move on from that. The whole thing in this level is basically that you're invading... Okay, that enemy placement was pretty cheap right there. But the whole thing in this level is that you're invading, like, you're invading, like, a place that's called Prison Island. That's what it's called in the game. Oh, man. I got hit. The thing that I don't like about this game, about the mech stages, is that when you get hit, for some reason, when you get hit, the game decides that you don't deserve to get the bonus that you would have gotten otherwise if you didn't get hit. Like, if you're locking onto a chain, and like, if you're locking onto a chain of enemies, like, and you let the button go, you know, to release it, so you can destroy all of them at once. If you get hit in that process, the game just decides that you don't deserve to get the points that you would have gotten anyway, which I think is just straight up, I just think it's straight up BS. Like, that's actually really frustrating. Like, I lock on to 12 enemies, I was about to get a perfect point bonus, but then I got hit in the process, so the game decides to give me nothing. Like, I do not like that. I'm trying to get an A rank, but I feel like my chances, I feel like I already, like, squandered my chances because of how I died earlier. Oh, hey, guy can try, right? Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get an A rank. I keep talking about A ranks, but you know, A ranks are. I know I keep talking about A ranks, but A ranks are a big part of like Sonic Adventure 2. Like, you know, when I play the game, I'm trying to get an A rank, and there's no way I can get an A rank because of the fact that I died earlier. It is what it is. Once again. The issue with A ranks is not necessarily that I died, but the issue is because when you die, you lose all of the points that you had before you died. So, because I died, I can't make up the points that I can't make up the points that would have contributed to my A rank. Anyway, that's it for the mech levels, and next up we're gonna do the treasure hunting levels, starting with Pumpkin Hill. Pumpkin Hill is probably one of the most iconic levels from this game, you know. Definitely the most iconic Knuckles level, for sure. And Pumpkin Hill is a great level, I'm not going to lie. It is a great level, I love Pumpkin Hill. Okay, I think I saw an emerald. Yeah, there it is. So the treasure hunting levels are basically the sandboxes where you look for the emeralds, are basically sandboxes where you go and look for an emerald and look for an emerald on your emerald radar. So it's like there's kind of like a hot and cold type of thing. Because when you're close to an emerald, your radar is going to blink, and depending on how close you are, it's going to change colors. Like, it's yellow now, so I'm somewhat close, but not close enough for it to become red. There we go. Ouch. And another thing that is another thing that is in Sonic Adventure 2 concerning the another thing that is kind of new to Sonic Adventure 2 is the hint monitors, because there were hint monitors in SA1. Well, they weren't hint monitors, but they were like there were hints that like pointed you to the emerald. But the hint monitors in SA2 basically give you a general idea of the location of an emerald. Like, the more hints that you get, the more explicit that they are. I'm not going to be using hints because I don't need to use hints in Pumpkin Hill. Like, I played Pumpkin Hill a lot, and I think I'm pretty good at this level. So I don't need to be using hints. And there we go. That's a definite A rank. And yeah, like, the emerald hunting levels are really polarizing in SA2, especially because of the differences that they have in SA1. Because in SA2, the emerald hunting levels are a lot bigger than in SA1 in general. And the other issue that a lot of people have is the fact that the emerald hunting is the fact that the radar is changed so that the radar only detects one emerald at a time. And for those reasons, a lot of people really don't like these levels in SA2. But as I said before in this video, you know, I enjoy all of the playstyles in SA2. And honestly, I think that the emerald hunting levels in SA2 are a big improvement in many ways from SA1. Like, I'm not going to say that the radar, because the SA2 emerald hunting radar is inferior than SA1. It's just that I think that, you know, the fact that the emerald hunting radar is the way that it is in SA2, like, going on to say that the levels are worse than SA1 just because of the emerald hunting radar, I think is a bit, like, short-sighted. Because there's a lot of improvements to the control and to the design of these levels. You know, I think it's it's just that, like, I understand the criticisms. I just don't agree with them, you know? Anyway, I've been talking about the Emerald Hunting stages so much, I wasn't able to talk about much about the level that I just chose. Yeah, the level that I just chose is Security Hall. This level is quite infamous because excuse me. This level is quite infamous because of the 5-minute time limit that the level imposes on you. Okay. Is it closer to the ground? There we go. Anyway, I'm good at this level, so once again, I am not going to... The time limit is not going to be a problem for me. And there it is. There's the 4th emerald. Security Hall is pretty forgiving when it comes to the A rank requirements, so... Like, it's actually one of the easier stages to get an A rank. I feel like in Security Hall, like, if you can get the emeralds, like, using minimal hints, you know, within, like, 3 minutes, you're probably gonna get an A rank. Anyway, that is, well, that's... Anyway, I guess that's Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, this run is kind of, is very unprofessional, if you can tell. I don't know, I feel like playing one more stage. So, let's play Mad Space. Mad Space is the worst level in the game, definitely. You know, like, and this is a very popular opinion. Like, Mad Space is not a great level. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of issues with Mad Space. And this is a level where I actually need to use hint monitors. So, what does that say? Octagonal missile launching pad. Okay. Octagonal missile launching pad. Yeah, that's not very, I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, there are missile launching pads. I just don't know which one is supposed to be octagonal. Like, it can't be on this planet because I know that they're not octagonal missile launching pads on this planet. Perhaps here? Okay, here it is. Wait. I didn't really want to get up there. Between 2 moons. Okay, I'm gonna need more detail for that. The highest place. So one of the very unfortunate features of Mad Space is the fact that the hints are very misleading. So when it says the highest place, it means the lowest place. Like the absolute lowest place. Like these platforms. I was at the highest place earlier, but it means the lowest place. So between 2 moons. Okay, here it is. Next, machine with 3 legs in between... Wait. In between the machine with 3 legs. Okay, I've played Mad Space a lot. Because I've played Mad Space a lot, even though I do think that this level is not good at all, I can still find a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I also I'm fairly familiar with it. So that means that and the reason I'm saying that is because I know that the machine with 3 legs has to be on this meteorite right here. Okay, there you go. Another thing that's annoying about Mad Space is the fact that there's a very high A rank requirement. And I think I might have made it. Yes, I did. So hey, you know, my recordings aren't all that bad. Anyway, that's going to be Sonic Adventure 2. I'm sorry that things didn't really go to plan, but you know, that's an idea of Sonic Adventure 2. This commentary has been very unorganized, has been very kind of chaotic, to be honest. But whatever, you know, that's the end of that. And that's the end of 2025. So, peace, guys. I am Mozart the Best.